Hi guys, welcome back to the Adobe Photoshop Masterclass course. We are continuing the advanced section with advanced titles. Now, we are going to open up this Ultimate Titles PSD that we had before. If you followed through, we've built more or less the exact same thing together. Now, this right here, we sort of labeled as an advanced title based on the fact that we incorporated a lot of effects to it. We got 6 different layer styles, 6 different layer effects right here, combining to make it what it is right here. We notice we've got the default version of it versus the advanced sort of enhanced version of it, right? Awesome. However, this definitely isn't advanced as it gets. We can make it more advanced using something called warps. Warps are what can take our title and make it not so much of a flimsy little boring straight title like it is right now, although it's looking pretty cool in 3D and it's got that little shadow behind it and the textures in the middle. It looks pretty, don't get me wrong, but there's more we could do to it. There's no two ways around it. So what I want to go ahead and do is actually delete our sort of mess around text up there. Press Control T, get our big boy text, put it into the middle, and I want to go ahead and actually highlight it. So get the text tool, highlight our text, and then I want to direct your attention up to this little T with the line through it. And if you hover over, it says Create Warped Text. Now what this is it gives us more ability to create sort of a more, I guess, tweaked with in a more advanced layer. Let me explain, right? If we click style, we have the option to add a whole bunch of different presets in terms of layout to it. So as we see, we're playing with arc right there, right? We could go ahead and set arc to maybe 20. If we set arc to plus 20 and press OK, we now have a text which is arced. Just like that, right? So this is the absolutely awesome way to get more out of titles. If we had maybe ultimate title right there, we now have the total ability to maybe duplicate this and make a smaller one, bring that into the middle as well, and maybe have that above right there, and you know, have this as like, you know, some other title above it, right? So you've got sort of now the ability to create more enhanced, more advanced titles. If you got a movie poster or something, you might see some cool warped text on the movie poster. Rarely is it just some flat, boring text, especially with no effects. You're never going to get a title like that on a legitimate, you know, professional poster or whatever the case may be, right? So you've got the now ability to actually go ahead and get your text, go up here, and actually bulge it out or do whatever the case may be. And you actually don't have to be highlighting it. So that was a mistake there a second ago. But I'm just going to walk you through all the different sort of options you've got and the ones that I personally use a lot. So it's actually press Control T. Let's bring that in a little bit so we've got a little bit more room to work with, if you will. And let's actually go ahead and highlight, no, actually not highlight it, just go up here to Warp. And go ahead and start at the top. So we know we got arc. Arc is very straightforward. It's literally just sort of an arc. However, if you go into the minuses, it goes the other way. You've also got arc upper. Arc upper is pretty cool if you want to have text like on top of each other. So for example, arc upper, say you had 50% on arc upper down here, right? Then maybe you add another title, duplicated it above it, and you could do the opposite arc, which is, let's have a look. So arc lower, arc upper right there. My bad. We were on arc lower. Now we're on arc upper, and you can have that sort of back to back with which is a cool setup. So a lot of the time, if you're doing titles on top of each other, simply having the opposite of each other can be a very cool tactic, but also the same as we showed, like 2 arced texts on top of each other, one smaller at the top, one bigger in the middle, is definitely a cool effect as well. Flag, stuff like this. This is cool for certain types of stuff. Like you might have like a fishing company or a swimming company might want, you know, a flag warp to their text. I'm sure you guys can picture any sort of fishing sign or something like, you know, fisherman's tackle box or whatever. I almost want to go to Google Images and find one right now, but they've always got this kind of wavy, you know, wavy type of text, right? You got the flag, I mean the wave rather. So we just messed with the flag right there. The wave is more or less a smaller version of the flag, right? Fish, which is honestly not the most attractive of them, bulked on one side, small on the other. Again, all you have to do is reverse it to get a different effect. And again, you can tweak everything else to sort of basically mess with it. Also, vertical, it's definitely not very applicable right now, but as we can see right there, it definitely changes stuff up. Rise, similar as well to flag and wave. However, it's pretty much just rising up from the ground. We can go right there. And the rest of them are self-explanatory. Fish eye, stuff like that, right? Stuff that's basically just going to bulge out majorly your text, see what's happening, and overall, you know, you guys can get a whole bunch more out of titles. But these are best executed when they are done smoothly. So I want to just go ahead and press Control Z, couple times. Oh, Control Z, get that one right there. We got our ultimate title in the middle. And I want to come back with you guys in a second, and I want to create a title from scratch, throw all the advanced text effects on there, and then put a warp style on there and make it even more advanced. And basically make a professional, legitimate title. Let's come back next with the exercise.